What is the IRS Fresh Start program? It is not what you think it is. Have you heard those ads promising a fresh start with the IRS, wiping away your tax debt for pennies on the dollar? It sounds amazing, right? But is it too good to be true? Let's talk about the IRS Fresh Start program, what it really offers, and what you need to know before considering it. First of all, what exactly is the IRS Fresh Start program? It was really introduced back in 2011 to help taxpayers struggling with tax debt. The idea was to make it easier to pay back taxes and avoid things like liens. It expanded the eligibility for installment agreements and offers in compromise, which are programs that allow some people to settle their debt for less than what they owe. It also raised the debt threshold for streamlined installment agreements to $50,000 and extended the payment terms to 72 months. Sounds great, right? But here's the reality check. The Fresh Start program isn't new, and it doesn't automatically erase your tax debt. It is not a one-size-fits-all solution, despite what those ads might suggest. Let's talk about those ads. You've probably heard promises like, we'll settle your debt for pennies on the dollar. The truth? The offering compromise process, which makes that possible, is extremely strict. Only about 40% of applications are approved, and the IRS looks very closely at your income, your expenses, your assets, and even your future earning potential to decide if you qualify. Before we continue, if you would like to know if you qualify for an offering compromise, scan this QR code to use the IRS tool. Another thing that some of those ads don't tell you is that some companies charge huge fees, promising results they can't deliver. In the worst cases, people end up paying for services that don't actually help. So if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So what can you realistically expect? First, be honest about your financial situation. Calculate your total debt, your income, your expenses, and your assets. The IRS even has a pre-qualifier tool you can use to see if you might qualify for an offering compromise. And don't forget, there are other options. You can set up an installment agreement to pay off your debt over time. If you're in financial hardship, you might qualify for currently not collectible status, which temporarily pauses collections. You can even request a penalty abatement to reduce or remove penalties under certain circumstances. The key is to stay informed and work with reputable tax professionals. Avoid companies that pressure you with guarantees or with aggressive sales tactics. Instead, look for enrolled agents, CPAs, or tax attorneys with real experience. If you're ready to take control of your tax debt, scan the QR code for a free confidential consultation with me. We'll review your situation, explore your options, and create a realistic plan to resolve your tax issues.